Hello. Welcome to the show. Today we're looking at episode 1123 of the greatest anime to ever uh, be made, really. We're looking at One Piece. After a very long time, a 6 month hiatus, we were struggling, we were bored, we were miserable. But it's all over, baby. It's all over. Sundays have been booked. Life is sweet again for anime lovers. We are going to have a lot of fun. Now let's look at the actions of today's episode. Um, of course, 6 months. Most of us don't remember what happened. What's going on? Okay, last time out, Egghead. That's where we are. A lot of great things happen. We got to see Luffy activate Gear 5. We got to see CPO with their new improved powers looking all good. We got to see the Vegapunk. We got to learn more about them, how different they are. And we got to know about, what the government is like, what sort of things they're preparing, and what sort of lengths they're willing to go to keep the Void Sentry keeping and hidden. And of course, a lot of things happen with Koby being kidnapped by Blackbeard and his crew. A bunch of shit happened, basically. So it's easy to forget. Now, I'm mostly going to be looking at things that happened within the episode. Of course, we're not going to talk about what happened there and there, but let's talk about the first things first. The graphics on this thing is amazing. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. I mean, the graphics are like amazing. I'm like, wow, 6 months was worth it, fam. It looks amazing. Like, I'm enjoying what I was seeing. And of course, we got to see the great Admiral Kizaru. Yes, Admiral Kizaru in action, beating up a sea monster, basically, with his lightning speed and shit. And that was nice. It was nice. Of course, there were no fighting, but we were right in the action with a nice little recap. We got to see some of Wano. We got to see a few places during the earthquake. Of course, we have to be aware and acknowledge that there was an earthquake that sort of caused a lot of tsunamis and shit, almost keeping half of the not half most islands underwater. So we got to see Laboon, so that was a good thing. A few seconds we saw Laboon, we're like, oh my god, Laboon is alive. Yes, we went to the East Blue. We got to see a lot of great characters and stuff. It was nice for a few seconds, and then it went all chaotic. When the earthquake and that tsunami hit everyone, it was a global disaster. The world was shaking. And of course, the question now becomes, what was the cause of the earthquake or the tsunamis? It's that whole mysterious disappearance in Lucia Kingdom. That island was wiped out, and where it was, there's a huge gushing hole in the middle of the ocean, and water is just seeping in. And my assumption is it's because of that's causing, the earthquake and killing everybody else. But that's topic for another day. We'll find out more about that. But right now, what we are wearing, what happened last time out, we know that the Navy or the world government plans to order a buster call on Egghead Island. And of course, they did send CPO to assassinate the Vegapunk, but because of the Straw Hats' presence, that was not possible. And of course, Straw Hats and the Vegapunks have locked themselves up in Egg Island, basically barricading themselves with this huge kidnapping that they've put up together, which is a nice thing in my opinion. And of course, the question now becomes, will the Straw Hats be able to escape Egghead Island alive? That remains to be seen. And of course, last time out on episode 1122, there was a betrayal, a deep betrayal. One of the Vegapunks, Yoke, basically betrayed everyone and made a deal with the world government in dreams to make her a celestial dragon, apparently. I don't know why would anyone want that. But anyway, she wants to be a celestial dragon. So, of course, we get to see her secretly talking with the Gorosei about offering them the powerful weapon called Mother Flame in exchange for them making her a celestial dragon. And of course, she tries to cover up her tracks, saying Luffy tried to kill her, is trying to kill her. Try to get everyone in hand and supporting her in that. But of course, another thing that after Admiral Garp saved Koby, his favorite student apparently, but you let Ace die. I'm never gonna forgive Garp for letting Ace die when he was right there. He could have grabbed him and fled the scene, but he just decided to let him die. And risk his own fucking life to save Koby. Granted, hey, Koby's kidnapped by the pirates, so it's within his jurisdiction to fight the pirates. Fuck you, Garp. Fuck you. But you had some great scenes last episode. He was phenomenal. Last 5 episodes where we got to see Garp fighting in flames and all that, it was cool. And we got to see Koby inherit his power. That was cool. But now this episode, Garp is missing. Everyone's in tears. Who knows Garp, Luffy? They're in tears. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Now, Garp is missing. He's missing where? Pirate Island. He got kidnapped. So it's shocking. Look, everyone's stunned. But the Straw Hats are back. Looking good. Happy. Nico Robin. And bear in mind that there's a live action in the works of One Piece. So it's going to be a lot of One Piece coming out. We're going to enjoy ourselves. Now, the question of this episode is, how are the Straw Hats going to escape? And does the world government actually care about this Mother Flame weapon when they have some sort of weapon that they used to destroy, to wipe out an island off the face of the earth? I don't know how, but they have that kind of weapon. So if they could do that, it remains to be seen what can be said. But of course, this episode closes on a thrilling note. The Straw Hats have taken Yoke hostage, so they're gearing up for a bold attempt to escape. So the episode was an intense mixture of recap and fresh content, setting the perfect stage what's bound to happen, to be in a huge explosion as we close off the chapter, or we close off the arc of Egghead Island. So it's going to be interesting how things. Like I said, it was nice seeing a couple of new people. We got to see Yamato, I think. Yeah, we saw a few islands. So good seeing other people for a brief second. So next week is finna be interesting. What happens? Because next week there won't be taking much time about a recap. We're going straight into the action. So I cannot wait for that. Anyway, I don't know what more I should be in detail of. All I know is there's 100 Navy ships, 20 massive battleships, about 30,000 soldiers to be in fact, all surrounding Egghead Island to destroy the Straw Hats, to destroy Vegapunk, because he's studying the Avoid Sentry. We'll all see what happens. It will be nice to see an Admiral in action, fighting a Yonko. That's Luffy. It will be nice. It'll be nice to see how they can hold up into, fighting an Admiral. So, yeah. I don't know what more I could say about the show, because it's been a great. We got to see prison. I thought we were going to see Honky Donkey the Flamingo. When the floods started happening, that's just me. I thought maybe if the floods are happening, bear in mind, maybe some prisoners will escape prison. And my man, Mr. Number 3, will be out. He'll link up with the crew, and it'll be great. But I don't know, because I'm not reading the comics. You reading, not the comics, you reading the manga. You probably know what's going to happen after this. I don't even know why you're watching the damn show. But if you're like me and you're not watching, or not reading rather, you just blown away by every detail Yoda shows us. Thank you, oh high powerful Yoda, for this brilliance. Well, it's been great. We've seen a lot of great animes holding us down for the last 6 months. But the one true show returns, and everything is great again in the world. Anyway, thanks for watching. this week's episode: the kidnapping, the hostage situation. Garp gone. So basically, this episode is all about the monkeys. Anyway, adios.